Matthias White Mamba Ritsak winning his first ever Dambe fight. And after that, he promised that he's not leaving Nigeria. He's going to stay for as long as he can, but he's definitely coming back for subsequent Dambe fights. And that was the tale of my weekend. I witnessed an incredible spectacle at the Velodrome at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium. But joining us now, from all the way from Asaba, is our good friend. He's also the head of radio station Trend FM in Asaba, Julian Ajua. Julian, thank you for joining us tonight on Game On. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. So tell us, the ongoing youth games, it's been really, really fun. It's been really entertaining. Were there any highlights, any standout performances from today? Anyone who particularly caught your eye?
Yeah, well, good evening, and good evening to everyone in the studio. It's been a very, very fantastic National Youth Games so far. What really caught my fancy was an athlete from Gombe State. She's 12 years. Munyal Kwairanga, Simon is her name. She won 3 gold medals in gymnastics. And I heard she's like more or less like the only athlete that came all the way from Gombe State. And she's been able to win the 3 medals that her state has won so far. So that's been the highlight for me. And also for other young athletes. There was a 9-year-old from Plateau State who also won gold yesterday. And it's been fantastic. That's how on your screen there. So it's been a fantastic competition so far. And this games has really opened the eye of many to know that it's not just going to be one-way traffic for Delta to win like they have won the first 7 editions. We've more or less had other states coming better prepared, and we've seen some upsets, so to speak, at the National Youth Games.
Okay, so Julian, I just want to quick ask you. I know you're based in Asaba. Please, so don't show any kind of home favoritism. But tell us a bit about the organization so far. Have you been impressed with what you've seen as against the last edition?
Yes, it's been good. It's been good, and it started all the way from the LOC. The moment the LOC was formed, with the kind of experienced persons that was there, you just felt, you had that feeling, especially from a neutral perspective, that this time around you're going to have a very good National Youth Games. And that's what we've seen so far. And the chairman of the LOC is Chief Solomon Ogba. You know, he has so much experience. He's been one-time sports commissioner of sports in Delta State. And he's held a lot of positions. So he's brought his wealth of experience to the fore as well. You also have Mr. Harrison Ocholo, who is also the head of media subcommittee. You've got Ono Soboriwori as well. And you've got so many persons in the LOC, and they have come together with their own experience. They've come together with their own technical know-how to ensure that this National Youth Games, this year's edition, is one of the best that we've seen. And you know that this is one of 4 editions that Delta State is scheduled to host. They hosted the first one last year, and this is the second one. And I can tell you that on all fronts, that this year's edition has been better off than what we had last year. The opening ceremony at the stadium was fantastic. The march passed by all the states that were present. Everything, the razzmatazz as well, the competition we have seen, organization has been top-notch. Some of those issues here and there we had last year due to hostel facilities, quality of meals, quality of facilities and all of that. None of that has been able to come up so far. We've not heard any state complain of feeding, complain of accommodation, complain of transportation, complain of security. So everything has been top-notch. So the LOC has done a fantastic job to ensure that this, yes.
I think Julian, I'm not sure if Julian is still there, but if my director... Okay, I think Julian is there. If my director could just quickly put up the current medals table right now. Team Delta leading unsurprisingly top of the table. 22 gold medals, 9 silver, followed by Edo State, 10 gold medals, 8 silver. Lagos is in the mix as well. Oyo and also Kwara in 5th place, all the way down to Benue, who have no gold medals, but they have 3 silver medals as well. Julian, finally, before we let you go, it seems as if it's Delta who are threatening to run away with this one again. Why does it seem year in, year out, even at the National Festival proper, Delta always seems to be pretty much nailed-on favorites to win?
Yes, absolutely. Delta State have been favorites to win for quite some time now. They've won the last 7 editions of the National Youth Games, and it's no mean feat. When you do something once, you do it the second time, and you do it up to 7 straight times, it definitely shows that there's something that you're doing right. Because let's not forget that last year when Delta State hosted and won, some persons were talking about overage athletes, medal padding, and all of that. But let's not forget that the first 6 editions were not held in Delta. The first 6 editions were held in Ilorin, and Delta State still came up tops. So that already puts aside the notion of, Delta State are hosting and they want to win at all costs. If a state have won outside of their home ground or home state, so to speak, 6 straight times, then that tells you that there's something they are doing that other states need to do.
True.
But kudos to other states this time around, they've come better prepared. Honestly, they've come better prepared. It's not been a one-way traffic like we've always seen. States like Edo State have been following Delta State in second position. Lagos as well have done well. Oyo have done well. Kwara State have done well. Bayelsa and the Plateau State and a few other states have done well. So the competition has been better. It's not like what we've always seen in the previous 7 editions. So kudos to the state for the different states, for the level of preparation they've put in.
Sorry, Julian, sorry to cut you short. I can see that Imo are on this medal table as well. 1 gold, 1 silver, 3 bronze medals as well. And we've been talking about Imo State. Do you have any idea when they got into the tournament and how they got into the tournament?
Well, it was a miracle. We thought that they were not going to arrive, but one way or the other, they were able to arrive. I think it was yesterday or thereabout. And they've been able to do creditably well, coming in quite late and being able to get themselves on the medal table. There are some who came way ahead of them and they've not been able to win a medal. But Imo State have come in and they've been able to do something. So sports in Imo State generally has been very poor for some time now. If you want to digress a bit to Heartland, you see how bad
there you go.
All of that, So I'm not surprised that they came late. I even thought they were not going to come again. But the fact that they've come late and they've been able to get themselves on the medal table is impressive, but they can do better.
I totally agree.
Going forward.
I totally agree. We've been speaking with Julian Ajua, Head of Sports at Trend FM in Asaba. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Julian. It's an absolute pleasure always speaking to you here on Game On.